Hi, I'm Victoria Mahiai. And today the topic that I will be discussing with you is why traveling is beneficial for education. Now, I feel very strongly about this topic because I think that being able to get hands-on learning rather than learning straight from a textbook or like a video online is so different, and I feel like it's so much more special to do so. And I say this because let's say, imagine yourself, you are learning French and you learn it for 2 years, right? But then you don't have the chance to like ever really like speak to someone, like, utilizing your skills. But, like sometimes in order for you to do so, you have to travel there. And let's say, you travel somewhere where everyone speaks French and you get off the plane and everyone around you is just so much more different than the people that you're used to seeing and like, living with on a day-to-day basis. You get to implement the skills that you've been working so hard for, like in the real world. And that is just so much more different than just, stay in your room and going on Duolingo or whatever and learning this language. It's so different, and you get to experience their own ways of culture and certain traditions that you might hear from on the internet or learn it in textbooks. But like being able to experience it and like be a part of it is something so much more different. And I have read this article called 7 Life-Changing Benefits of Education Through Travel, written by Sarah Sager, and she had said that traveling for her was something that no building bond could ever give her. And she had said that it changed her life in a way that she never could have thought could ever happen to her. And she expresses to everybody how she recommends it so much that everyone gets to, do so. And some people aren't always privileged to be able to do so, but if you are, it's always, I feel like, important to take advantage of that privilege. And I'm gonna give you another example to try and like put it in perspective for you. And that example is, like, let's say the field of study that I'm in is business, right? And let's say I'm getting all of my education just straight from going to class and listening to my professor's lectures or reading a textbook and watching videos online, whatever. But then I have a peer that is in the same field of study as me, and they're taking time to actually go out and speak to different like business owners and get being able to pick their brain about their experience and their journey of what it took for them to get to where they are now. And sometimes that kind of knowledge you don't really ever find in textbooks or on the internet, and that's what makes it so special. And like, let's say there's also marine biologists out there, and they can learn so much from a textbook, but the education is so different from actually being able to get that hands-on learning experience. It's so different, and it's something that not everyone really like thinks about. I feel like it's not encouraged enough in school because I feel like I don't see enough people out there doing so. And me personally, I felt so strongly about this topic because I love traveling myself, and I have learned about many different cool historical artifacts, but then being able to go in person and see it for myself and not like live an experience through someone else's experience. You know, like when you read, like you watch a video and someone's like, oh yeah, like this is my what I did today in Paris, and being able to see the Eiffel Tower. But you know, like being able to like see it for yourself and create your own experience is you know, something that everyone should do, because you learn so much more. And there are museums all over the world that hold so much history and so much cool knowledge, and there's like people there that can you know, sometimes you meet people that have like lived in these times, like lived through like these wars that we've had or things like that, and they will tell you things that you never learned from, like, you know, in school. It's like cool, like fun facts and things like that are always cool. And I feel like it just builds your real world skills, and it can you know, traveling can also help benefit you for like better career opportunities, because then you like make connections and you're like marketing yourself, and I feel like that puts you further in the field that you're in, and you're learning more, you know. So I feel like it's really just like a win-win all over the place. I feel like there isn't really a down, like a con of it, I feel. And you know, to wrap it up, I would love to say that I strongly recommend it to all of you to do so, and take time to, like, you know, plan those trips, or like go on those road trips, and see and experience like things that you're interested in, and not just like, oh, like see these pictures and like, oh, like fawn over it and everything, and just like being able to see it in person for yourself. And thank you for listening.